Birbiglia. Now, I was considered to be a tomboy back then, which was a more appropriate term for future lesbian. As my mom would say, it's a phase. It is a phase. She is gonna grow out of those umbros. I just know it. It is a phase. Ginger. My mom was a girly girl, and she wanted me to dress more feminine, so she started shopping for me, and for whatever reason, she started putting me in these power suits. Yeah, like a pantsuit, which is just an older version of gay. I look like a 50-year-old woman lawyer just going to court in my power suit. Like, who's ready to litigate, ladies? Even my teachers would ask, did you win your case? And this was a time in fashion history when shoulder pads were all the rage. Giant shoulder pads, which is still something I don't understand to this day. Where people just like, oh, your shoulders hadn't come in yet. Let's get you some pads. Like, was this the ideal shoulder height? Oh, yes, now you are a woman. And you're a power suit. And if I wasn't in these power suits, my mom would shop at Lane Bryant. She put me in these really long dresses with doily bibs and floral prints. I look like a sister wife. I look like a 13-year-old sister wife just going to the Chili's to find my husband, Jebediah. That was me, a corporate attorney by day, child bride by night. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I come from a family that had a lot of money. Had being the operative word. My mom grew up in a very big house, very fancy. It had a spiral staircase and all these French antiques. My family just happened to lose all of their money right before I was born. And no one would tell me how. Gambling! So now my family was totally broke, but apparently my mom did not get the memo. She still shopped like she had an unlimited budget, but it wasn't for anything important like, electricity. She loved stuff with puns on it, like dish towels that said, bless this mess. Or we had a wooden sign that said, it's wine o'clock. One time she came home with another bag of trinkets, and the lights had been cut off, and she goes, oh no, somebody forgot to pay the utility bill. I'm like, that somebody is you. You forgot to pay the utility bill, and do you know why? Because it's wine o'clock. And she wanted me to carry on the family tradition of being rich, but without actually having any money. She wanted me to do typical rich kid things, so she had me try horseback riding. I couldn't even get up on the horse. It was a mutual decision between me and the horse. The one time I did get up on this horse, we were on a beach, very romantic setting. And this horse made a beeline into the ocean. It was trying to kill itself. And I'm pretty sure it was a murder-suicide because everybody knew I couldn't swim. It was a very small town. But you know, I look back at that time in college and I couldn't believe that I wasn't out. But honestly, it wasn't like I was in the closet and I was hiding. I just didn't see myself represented in the world. Back then, like I said, there was no YouTube, there was no Will and Grace, no Frozen. Nothing that I could relate to. Turns out representation matters. It does. So if there is a little girl out there in Oklahoma right now wearing sweatpants and running across the swimming pool, I see you. I see you. It is not a phase. After college, I moved to Los Angeles. I didn't really know what my dreams were at the time. I just liked warm weather, and I grew up watching Baywatch, so... Landed in LA, and I immediately got hired to be an entertainment journalist, which is a fancy word for gossip columnist. And if anyone's got the hot goss, it's this girl. Ooh, yeah, I got all that hot goss. I was this 23-year-old country bumpkin, and this woman was like, do you want to go to red carpet events and interview celebrities? I'm like, I don't know. Will there be snacks? She's like, yeah, but nobody eats them. I'm like, perfect, more for me. She goes, great, you're starting tomorrow, just don't wear what you're wearing. Okay, so no shoulder pads. Got it. So I had to find my Hollywood outfit. I ended up going to Forever 21. Yeah, I went to Forever 21 because I was poor and you could buy clothes there for 75 cents, even though after 2 days they dissolve in the sun. And I ended up buying a light blue velour tracksuit. Yes! On the back, it had a giant pink cupcake. I just was like, that's it. That's my red carpet look. Woo, let's do this. Hollywood. So I get to this red carpet event, and they tell me, you're going to interview whoever comes up next. And the very next person to come up right in front of me is Will Smith. I am standing there in my light blue velour tracksuit with a pink cupcake on the back, and I have to ask him, who are you wearing? And I'm just so grateful that he didn't look at me and go, who the fuck are you wearing? Oh, but I got all that hot goss, y'all. And then my outfit completely dissolved. I clearly still did not have a good handle on who I was. You know, there was just something missing. I remember one day I got home from a red carpet event. I walked in my house, I took off my light blue velour tracksuit, I threw on my favorite WNBA women's basketball jersey, and I sat down on the couch and I started flipping through the TV channels, and I came upon the Lifetime Network. Their slogan is Lifetime, television for women. Now, if you were to watch some of these Lifetime movies that they're most famous for, you would notice that they often involve a woman being murdered, hoodwinked, maimed, beaten, kidnapped, beheaded. You know, girl stuff. And I love that Lifetime is like, this is for you, women. Yes. So I'm sitting there on the couch. I got my work boots propped up on the coffee table. I had made it from repurposed wood from a shed out back with my roommate, Linda. And on this particular day, it was not one of those murder mysteries. It was a movie called The Truth About Jane. And I don't want to bore you straighties with the plot of this movie, but basically a young girl in high school realizes that she is a lesbian, and her mom, she's like, boo! And then by the end of the movie, her mom is like, yay! And that's the movie. So I'm sitting there and all of this like hits me like a ton of bricks. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I say out loud for the first time in my entire life, I go, oh my God, I'm gay. And I came to that conclusion from watching a Lifetime movie. What? Oh. It was like all these missing puzzle pieces were coming into frame. Everything became more clear. It's like I was watching the movie The Sixth Sense. I had been gay all along. And listen, there are conservative people out there who will argue. They say, you cannot let our youth watch gay content. It is gonna make them gay. And now I'm like, ooh. They're right. They're right. Listen, I don't want to go against my own people, but they are right. Because if I had not watched a Lifetime movie, who knows? Who knows? I'd probably be some housewife just yelling at my husband, Tim. He's out drinking with his friends. I'm at home taking care of the kids, cleaning up the house, doing laundry, but Tim is not around. I swear to God, Tim. But that's not my journey, y'all. I'm gay. Thanks, Lifetime.